What's going on, guys? It's Gabriel Israel here with How Money Smart Are You? We're going to do round 3, protecting yourself as a renter. So let's get it.
Welcome to round 3. In this round, we'll explore how to read a lease or rental agreement.
When you rent a home, such as an apartment, you become a tenant or renter.
Knowing how to read and understand a lease is one way to protect yourself as a tenant.
You know, this topic reminds me of a joke. Isaiah, how many ants do you need to rent a place?
I don't know how many.
10. 10 ants. Get it?
Yes, good one. This round also includes steps to ensure you're renting a place that's right for you. Then you'll play a game where you'll answer 6 questions based on an example lease and can earn up to 6,000 coins.
To win this round, you'll need to earn at least 5,000 coins.
Select one of the 7 highlighted areas on the map to find out more about the steps to renting. If you're familiar with renting or this content doesn't apply to you, select Skip to move on. The lease is the agreement between you and the landlord. You need to read and understand your lease. This may sound obvious, but many people skip it. Later in this round, you'll have a chance to practice reading a lease. Select another area to find. Before you move in, you generally have to pay the first month's rent. You may also need to pay a security deposit. That's typically equal to 1 to 2 months' rent. You should get the security deposit back if you met the terms of the lease. For example, if you didn't cause any damages and you don't owe unpaid rent, you should get your security deposit back when you move out. Sometimes you have to pay other upfront fees, such as an amenities fee or application fee. You can research what's available to rent using resources such as mobile apps, websites, real estate agents, or newspapers. You may be able to get help from a real estate agent who specializes in rentals. Be sure to ask about pricing and shop around. You could also contact a trusted friend, a social services agency, your city's or county's housing department or public housing authority, or a housing counseling agency approved by the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Ask them about resources to help you find and pay for rental housing. Know that the Federal Fair Housing Act prohibits housing-related discrimination based on race, color, national origin, religion, sex, disability, and the presence of children. Understanding your credit is an important step to renting. Landlords will likely look at your credit scores and credit reports when deciding whether to rent to you. They want to see if you have paid your bills on time, because that can predict if you are likely to pay rent on time. Before submitting a rental application, get and review your credit reports. You are entitled to 1 free credit report from each of the 3 nationwide credit reporting agencies every 12 months. Visit annualcreditreport.com. Make sure all the information in your credit reports is accurate. If not, file a dispute with the credit reporting agencies that are reporting the incorrect information. Having low credit scores or credit reports with negative information can have serious impacts on our ability to rent a place to live. Having a poor credit history may mean you have fewer choices of rentals, or that you'll have to spend more time looking for a rental. You may also need to pay a larger deposit, or have someone co-sign on the lease. Having a co-signer with better credit than you have can help you get approved to rent. But the co-signer must agree to pay the rent if you don't, and you might have to postpone renting until you can improve your credit. For more information on credit reports and scores, including how to dispute inaccurate information in credit reports, play the Credit Reports and Scores game. Consider the range of available options for rental housing in the area you want to live. Think about whether you want to rent a room, apartment, or a house. Perhaps you want to explore public housing options or something else. Before you rent a place to call home, you need to figure out where you want to live. Round one introduced this concept. Find the neighborhoods that offer the most advantages to you and are affordable. Factors important to you might include distance to important locations, available transportation, quality of schools, safety and security, access to parks, and accessibility features for people with disabilities. Think about how much you can afford to pay. Look at your income and figure out how much of that income you need to use for non housing expenses. Then determine what's left to pay for housing costs. If what's left of your income is not enough to pay for housing costs, try to increase your income or reduce your non housing expenses. And consider your income and non housing expenses based on where you will be living, not where you're living now. For example, if you're moving closer to work, your transportation costs may be lower than they are now. You've completed the route to renting. Select an area again to review.
Let's play Reveal the Picture. You'll select a puzzle piece to reveal a question to answer. You'll earn 1,000 coins for each correct answer. There are 6 questions, so you can earn up to 6,000 coins. After you've answered all the questions, a full page of an example lease will be shown. Select one of the 6 puzzle pieces to get started. The tenant, Paolo, would like to park his car in the garage on the property. Is this allowed in the lease? Is the answer A? No, because the lease only covers the apartment he is renting. B? No, because the lease states he must only park on the street. Or C? Yes, because he has access to the driveway and garage. That's correct. Paolo can park his car in the garage because he's permitted to use the driveway and garage. Review your lease to make sure it includes the location and description of the rental. The location is the address of the rental. The description should list the features that are included, such as parking, access to a garage, use of a fitness facility, or use of storage units. Select another puzzle piece to continue. It's May 2nd. Paolo is late paying May's rent. If Paolo pays today, how much money does he owe in total? Is the answer A, $1,000, B, $1,010, or C, $1,020?
So anywhere I pitch my tent is a castle. Feet planted 10 toes in the gravel. When we demonstrate, it's very supernatural. So don't come on the battlefield looking fragile. Many nations.
That's correct. The answer is $1,010. Rent is due on the 1st of the month. By paying his rent on May 2nd, Paolo's rent is 1 day late. The fee for paying 1 to 4 days late is $10. $1,000 plus $10 is $1,010. When reading your lease, be sure you understand when a payment is considered late and what the penalties are for late or missed payments. Paolo would like internet access in his rental. According to the lease, who will need to pay for this service? Is the answer A, the landlord, B, the tenant, Paulo, or C, the homeowners association? That's correct. The lease lists only what the landlord will provide. Access to the internet is not listed. So, as the tenant, Paulo would have to pay for internet access if he wants it. When reading your lease, look for what's included as well as what's not included in the rent. For example, the rent may include electricity and water, but not gas or internet. Or perhaps garbage pickup fees are required, but not included in the rent. The clothes dryer provided in Paulo's unit broke. According to his lease, what should Paulo do? Is the answer A, call the landlord to report the issue, B, immediately contact a repair service, or C, purchase parts and make the repair himself? That's correct. Paulo should call the landlord to report the issue. As a tenant, you generally have the right to have repairs made in a timely fashion if something provided by the landlord breaks or malfunctions. And you may be able to seek help from a government housing agency if the repairs are not made when they should be. But it's your responsibility to let the landlord know something needs repair. A lease usually specifies how you must do that. If you don't report the issue that way, the repairs may not be made. You also need to understand your other obligations under the lease. Take time to review your lease. Paulo has a disability. He would like to add a support bar to the shower. According to the lease, can Paulo add the bar? Is the answer A, no, the tenant cannot make modifications? B, no, his landlord will add and pay for the modification? Or C, yes, Paulo can add the support bar at his expense? That's correct. Paulo can either make the modification himself or pay someone else to do it. Federal law permits renters with disabilities to make reasonable modifications, like adding a support bar to the shower, widening a doorway, or lowering kitchen cabinets. The renter is required to pay for the modification, but a landlord could choose to pay for the modification as well. If you think your rights have been or are being violated, get help. Visit the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development's website at hud.gov for more information on your rights. You can also consult your local public housing authority, a HUD-approved housing counseling agency, or a legal services organization. Paulo's plan is to buy renter's insurance, then cancel it once he moves in. Based on what is in the lease, can Paulo legally do this? Is the answer A, yes, because renter's insurance isn't required? B, no, because the landlord will provide renter's insurance? Or C, no, because renter's insurance must be in effect the entire rental period? According to the lease, the tenant must have renter's insurance for the entire term of the lease. Renter's insurance can be important to have, even if it's not required. Renter's insurance offers you financial protection in the event certain personal possessions are lost, damaged, or destroyed due to a covered event, like a fire or theft. Be sure to read the policy to understand what is and is not covered. For example, your household belongings are likely covered, while expensive jewelry may not be covered. Renter's insurance can also protect you if someone who doesn't live in your rented home claims to have been injured while visiting you. It does not cover the physical building. You've completed the picture. You can select the picture to view the example lease as a PDF, or you can select Continue to find out how you did in this round.
Congratulations! You earned enough coins to win this round. Remember, if you're logged in and playing to earn a certificate, you need to win every round.
All right, guys. So, man, you see, we actually completed round 3. Actually got all of them right this time. So, great there. And we're going to say shalom. Be looking forward to the next module that we will be doing.